Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. So in today's video I am showing you guys how I make this very delicious pumpkin and palm butter soup. This is my first time making this dish, so let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you actually tried this soup, what do you think about it. So like always, I've already washed and seasoned my meat. Now I'm just cooking my meat. You can use whatever type of meat you're using. I'm just using turkey, pig feet, and chicken feet. So yeah, then you're gonna put 4 cups of water into a pot and just bring that to a boil. This is the type of palm butter I'm using. I'm using the canned palm butter. Once the water starts to boil, you're just gonna add all of your palm butter into the water, and then just stir it until there is no more lumps. So I am using 1 can of palm butter and then 2 pumpkin. If you want your soup to be more pumpkin, you'll need to add more 3 or 4 pumpkin, and then maybe just 1 can of palm butter. But if you want your soup to be more palm butter or taste more like, when at the end of the day, it tasted more like the palm butter than the pumpkin. You don't really taste the pumpkin, but if you want more of the palm butter than the pumpkin, you'll have to add more palm butter cans. Yeah, so if you want to use like 2 palm butter, if you want to make it like mine, if you want to use 2 palm butter, just use 3 or 4 pumpkin if you want to get it like mine. So yeah, this is the pumpkins I'm using. I'm just using the carving little baby pumpkins that they give the kids at school. This is not the one that they give my son at school. When I went to the grocery store, they were giving out for free, so I was like, why not? So yeah, I took it, and then you're just gonna want to peel it and then cut it into little pieces. You don't really have to cut it into like tiny pieces, because we are gonna cook it, and then once it gets soft, it will start breaking up by itself. So you don't really have to do the cutting it into tiny pieces like how when you're like frying the pumpkin or something like that. So yeah, after that, you're just gonna add 2 cups of water I added 3 cups of water into my pumpkin, and then I'm just gonna add some salt and a little bit of seasoning to it, and then bring that to a boil. So after a couple of minutes of sitting, I'm just sifting my palm butter. You also have to remember that the reason for allowing the palm butter to sit is to allow all the dirt and the residues and the sand and everything to sink to the bottom. So when you are sifting your palm butter, make sure to only put the top part of the palm butter, and once you start seeing like the dark parts, like what I'm showing you right now, once you start seeing all of that, you will want to stop and then pour that into the sink, throw it away, whatever you want to do with it, and then you will repeat the process again. You could do it like 3, 4, 5 times, however many times you want to do it. Once I am done, I put my palm butter on the stove on high heat and allow it to boil until all the water in the pumpkin was dried up. So this is what it looks like once most of the water has dried up. I'm not really worried about the fact that all of the pumpkins are not melted or smashed, because I am going to add the palm butter to it, and it's also gonna cook a little longer. It's gonna cook some more, so I'm not really worrying about the big chunks. So once all the water has dried up, I'm adding the palm butter to the pumpkin, and then I also try to do it again, even though there was no more dirt in the palm butter. It's just like a habit. But yeah, after putting all my palm butter to my pumpkin, I'm just gonna stir it a little bit, and then just add my seasoning. That's what I was trying to say. You see how there's a lot of water. You'll still need to allow that water to boil till it dries. So I'm not really worried about the chunks of pumpkin that's in there, because at the end of the cooking process, everything was smashed and mashed up, and just like how it's supposed to be. So I'm just seasoning my soup right now. Season your soup or your dish according to how you want to season it, according to your taste buds. So yeah, if you want to follow my step, I'm sorry, because I don't know how to measure, so I didn't measure. But anyways, so this is it. I'm just gonna allow the water to boil, the soup to boil, and then I'm just adding all my dry meat, all my dry fish into it. So once my soup starts getting thick, most of the water starts drying up, I'm just adding my meat. My meat is fully cooked, so I add it at the end of the cooking process. So now I'm just gonna allow everything to cook and boil on medium heat for about 20 to 25 minutes. So after 20 to 25 minutes, all the water has dried up. Everything is ready. It's just the oil that rose to the top, and the pumpkin palm butter soup came out so perfect. We loved it. I am definitely going to be making this again.